Hey guys, what's up? It's Jacobean. A few days ago, I was mindlessly perusing through Twitter, and an article from The Verge caught my eye. It appears Naughty Dog, no, not that Naughty Dog, this Naughty Dog, has chosen a controversial hill to die on. They've dug their heels in and released a statement saying that they condemn people sending their employees death threats. But for real, most people would say that this is an obvious stance that most of us in everyday society has. I don't think you should be sending death threats to anybody. I just thought it was so stupid that people's reaction to a game and character was to send death threats to the devs and actors. Now, all of this is in response to The Last of Us 2, which I have not played and I do not intend to play. I mean, I'm a man, I pay bills, I have body hair, and I game on a PC. Although I do still own a PlayStation. Or a Play Netflix station. Got him. I mean, even though everyone is like mad and says they hate it, on release, this game flew off the shelves. I couldn't keep it in stock. It was like toilet paper in a pandemic. And it even broke the record for becoming the fastest selling PS4 exclusive. Wow, good job. Until you got the death threats, I guess. So the PS4 fanboys were up in arms on release day. They ran to the stores with their $60 and their DualShock controllers, slammed that game into their console, and started playing. Soon after, everyone found out that it wasn't what they wanted or didn't conform to their exact idea of what the game would be, and they began to write hateful and reprehensible shit to the dev team and the actress. Now, I don't think anyone would actually, defend their position of sending death threats or say that it was just a joke or trolling. But that's not even a good joke if you were trying to joke. That's a terrible, brain-dead joke, and trolling is not what it used to be. So I think these are just shitty people sending people death threats for no fucking reason, other than they can't control their own rage. Now, I gotta be honest with you, I was super shocked that Naughty Dog had pissed off the community so much to where they would start sending death threats to the people working on the game. Like, what did they do to these gamers? Steal their dogs, kidnap them, and put them into work as a free game tester? Not microtransactions and loot boxes. Naughty Dog, you couldn't. Well, they didn't. They just added some new characters, and they changed the story, and that was like people's main complaint. But nevertheless, they made a game they wanted to make, and the community seems pretty half and half about it. Now, obviously, most official game critics are going to give the game just an outstanding review, 10 out of 10, crushed it out of the water, no issues, as if they were reviewing a COD game. But the actual gamers seem to be a bit more divided, with most reviews being either 8 through 10 or 2 through 0. The Metacritic is sitting currently at 5.4, and it appears that most reviews are either super positive or super negative. Scrolling through some of these comments, it looks like the negative reviews are mostly bitching about the story. A lot of comments read really good graphics, great gameplay, good mechanics, shitty story, 0 out of 10, fucking dog shit game. Which that's not how games should be scored at all. There's a lot of things that go into it other than a story. I did spend a decent amount of time perusing through these comments, and they're actually pretty funny how polarizing just the story alone was. And then I have a big think. Naughty Dog was one of the few developers still around that gamers held in high regards, right? In the good graces of the gaming community, which is a fucking cesspool now. But I thought for sure they'd be up there with CG Projekt Red or Nintendo, Rockstar, Valve, the old Bungie. The list goes on and on. Or at least it used to. Sadly, Bethesda has fallen off that list as well, with 76. Fucking idiots. Or have they fallen the way of EA and Activision and started to just do all kinds of consumer unfriendly things and really hurt the games that they built on their communities? So I decided to go back in time and look at the games that Naughty Dog released to see if they've just been in the crapper for years, which obviously that doesn't mean that they should get death threats, but you know what I mean. And it looks like they've been putting good quality product in gamers' hands, and PS fanboys' hands for generations. Like literal staples of the PS exclusives. Jak and Daxter, which has like 5 games now. The Last of Us, which was obviously huge. Crash Bandicoot, a classic. And a little unheard of series called Uncharted. Even their less known games, which I don't think are PS exclusives. Dream Zone, and there's another one on here too that I can't find. Just like these really 2 random games in their list of blockbuster PlayStation titles, and both of these games also got good reviews, so obviously they're a company that knows what they're doing. Now, if this was a company like EA or Activision that didn't know what they were doing and they were trying to rape your wallet for all it had, I mean, I could understand you sending a few hateful death threats. No, you can't do that. It doesn't matter what studio it is or what the person did. It's just crazy to me how fast the gaming community has turned on Naughty Dog to such a harsh and sickening degree of hate. Even though the game was, for all intents and purposes, good, the story was just a little lackluster for some, I suppose. Alright, that's about it. See ya.